Oh my goodness. If there ever was a welcome for somebody who deserved that kind of a welcome, that was it. So I want to recognize we have Congressman Ed Perlmutter here, one of the great leaders the state's ever had, and Ken Salazar and his wife Hope are here. And this is an auspicious time to have the first woman candidate for President of the United States. You bet. This is 2 days after Colorado's 140th birthday. And you know what I always say? I say 140 is the new 40. So I want to just take a couple of quick minutes. And I found, you know, there's a wonderful book that came out 20-some years ago, and it includes the Cowboys Code of Ethics. And I was looking through this, you know, it's kind of 10 rules to live by, and I just couldn't help but be struck by how closely Secretary Clinton fulfills that code of ethics, and how poorly Donald Trump fulfills that code of ethics. I'll just pick a few because I don't want to go through the whole list. But one of them is, the fourth code is be tough but fair. Does anyone think Donald Trump's been fair to anyone? The sixth code is when you make a promise, keep it. That means you don't change your mind when the circumstances suit you. The seventh brand, and one of the most important ones, the seventh code, is ride for the brand, which by that they mean don't do things just for yourself. You know, do it for the country, right? Ride for the brand. Number 8, talk less, say more. Donald Trump is the opposite of that. And then my favorite, remember that some things are not for sale. And Donald Trump does not get that yet. Hillary Clinton knows that as strong as the economy is in Colorado, and we've had 8 years of a growing economy after almost an economic catastrophe, we've got a lot of work to do to make sure that everybody can find good paying jobs. She understands that better, I think, than any elected official I've talked to. Her plans really do call for really bold investments. Investments into infrastructure, into manufacturing, to make sure that we can, in these United States, make the next, you know, if you're going to look at clean energy, we need to be the next, you know, renewable energy, clean energy superpower. And she recognizes that we need to focus on getting rid of the red tape that keeps entrepreneurs or would-be entrepreneurs from starting businesses. We've got to make sure there are incentives and the taxation is appropriate to encourage small businesses to take that leap and get out there and start that next business that starts the next job. And you know, I was one of those guys. I understand what it takes, and I, again, have not known or met or talked to someone who understands the details of what it's going to take as much as Hillary Clinton. She understands, and again, the first time we sat down and we spent a little over an hour together, I don't think I've ever met a governor or a senator or a congressman, any elected official that understands the importance of policy details, has spent her life really working on how to solve problems, how to make this country better than Hillary Clinton. She supports innovation so that these small businesses, and even as they grow into larger businesses so they can thrive, that innovation drives that growth of small businesses. She understands that bureaucracy and red tape sometimes slow that growth down. She has really looked at how do you begin to cut, how do you cut red tape without reducing the important regulations to make sure we have a fair system for everybody, right? That we protect our environment, we protect those things that create our quality of life. She understands that moving forward consistently and strongly is a much stronger way to go than the reckless approach that Donald Trump continues to point. We cannot afford to give the reins of our economic stagecoach to someone as reckless as Donald Trump. We need someone, a proven leader, who does ride for the brand. And the brand is this country, right? It's the United States of America. And I want to quote somebody who knows something about what he's talking about, because I was trying to figure out some way I could say it better and fresher. But there really isn't a better way to say it. So you might remember last week, Barack Obama gave a pretty remarkable speech. And in that speech, he said, "There has never been a man or a woman, not me, not Bill, who is more qualified to be president than Hillary Clinton." I give you the next president of the United States, Hillary Clinton.